So, Paul, here we are then, the eve now of the opening game of the season. How excited are you to get underway against Enfield Town at Plainmoor on Saturday?
Oh, looking forward to it. This week's felt like a long week. Now all the boys are ready to go. Little bit of prep work left, and then we're good to go. So, listen, can't wait to start the season. I've said before, being at home in the first game's great. Hopefully we get a fantastic crowd, nice weather, and hopefully we can do our job.
This must have been for you a pre-season like no other. You started with just one player. You've brought in player after player. How have you found it?
Challenging, definitely. I'm not going to sit here and say it's been easy. I always do a 6-week pre-season, and this one's been exactly the same, but it's felt a lot longer. Dealing with, like you said, the signings and agents, and I mean, if we'd signed every player that I wanted, or agents were sending to me, then we'd have a squad of 300. So it's been challenging on that, but it's football. It's part of football that I've said before that I don't particularly enjoy that side of it. Part of management that I don't particularly enjoy, but the boys have been brilliant to coach so far. Their work ethic and their attitude towards pre-season has been great. So that's been a pleasure. Other than that, look, once the season starts, weeks just fly by. Before we know it, it'll be Christmas. Before we know it, it'll be the end of the season. It goes so quick. So we're looking forward to Saturday immensely, and just league football is normality. It's what we all know, so the sooner we start that, the better.
How difficult has it been? I'm sure that you had an idea of what size squad, what players you wanted, the whole makeup of that squad. So how difficult has it been when you've had a certain number of players for one pre-season game, then you've introduced another two and another two, so they haven't all been together since the start?
Yeah, I mean, I have signed a lot of players. Any pre-season, you're always going to sign new players anyway, and it takes time to gel, and takes time for people to get to know each other. I've said to you before, I'm not a huge fan of pre-season games, and it's for those reasons exactly. It's two teams of 11 and different set pieces, and you've got trialists playing, and I was never a big fan of them when I played. I'm not a big fan of them now, but they're you got to have them. But thankfully they're done. I said after the Tiverton game, I'm glad that was our last one, and now there's nothing like playing a game of football or managing a game of football where something matters on it, where there's points to be played for, because it doesn't matter who you play in pre-season. It's never the same. You can never get yourself up for it the same. I don't care what anyone says, but so no, we're looking forward to it, and Saturday can't come quick enough.
One thing I'm sure you did enjoy about pre-season was the atmosphere inside Plainmoor for the games against Plymouth and Exeter, and that's obviously going to go up another level on Saturday, isn't it? Well,
if we do our jobs right, yeah, hopefully. The Plymouth game and the Exeter game, as you quite rightly say, were brilliant. For a club in the National League South to get that support for 2 pre-season games was unreal. I think tickets are selling well for Saturday. The bigger the crowd, the better. We want to play in front of a sellout every week, but we know we're going to have to do our jobs on the pitch to get the people through the gate, and to get the fans supporting us. That there's been nothing but positivity so far. The fans have been tremendously welcoming, and like I said, against Plymouth and Exeter, that you could see the atmosphere. When the boys were working hard, the fans were very appreciative of that. And we know that we've got a duty of care to the fans. We know that there's an expectation level on us, but like I said in my very first press conference, I said the only thing I can promise is my team will give all they've got for 95, 96, 97 minutes, however long we're playing for, and that won't differ. And whether that's good enough or not on Saturday, only time will tell. But I guarantee you they'll be giving everything they've got.
And how are things looking on the squad front injuries? It doesn't look like you've had anything too out of hand during pre-season. Can you give us an update on that?
It's amazing how niggly little injuries clear up when the first game's on Saturday, so that's good. It's great medicine, definitely. Now we're pretty much fully fit. couple of boys have missed a little bit of training this week. Oscar and Jay have missed precautionary just a couple of days. Dean's had a little injection in his knee, which is again like a precautionary thing. But Finn Crask's back in full training now. I think we'll have a full squad to pick from.
And finally, without putting too much pressure on your own side, it's nothing's won or nothing's lost on the opening day of the season. Nothing's decided that early on. But how much of a boost would it be to get off to a good start over the opening weeks of the season?
I mean, there is going to be pressure. I spoke about it. There's tremendous pressure on us this year. But you know, pressure's a great thing to have as a football player. You know, you want pressure. You want, and it's how you deal with it. I tell you what, no one will be putting any more pressure on themselves than the players put on themselves. Do you know what I mean? And the pressure that I put on myself. So it's you know, it's how you deal with that, and it's you know, you just got to use it as fuel, and you got to use it to drive you on. Everyone wants a good start. Goes without saying. You know, everyone wants 3 points on the first game of the season. Everyone wants a clean sheet. Everyone wants no injuries. Football ain't like that. Football's not like that. We're as prepared as we can be. I'm very respectful of Enfield and their manager. I've managed against him many times. He's a very thorough manager. His team will be hard working. They'll be very well organised. They're well coached. So I'm very respectful of the opposition we're playing. And we'll be prepared as they will be. And come 5 o'clock on Saturday, hopefully we're Saturday with 3 points, but we know it's going to be very, very tough.
Brilliant. Thank you, Paul, and the best of luck on Saturday.